Hi folks, quick one this morning. I've not been around for a couple of weeks really. I did one video while I was away on holiday and I intended to do some stuff when I got back. But unfortunately, as you can probably hear in my voice, I've not been too well and I've actually spent the last 2 or 3 days pretty much in bed. So I thought I'd sit down today and try and put something out. So here I am. And basically what I want to talk about is backwards compatibility and specifically Black Ops 2 and the fact that it's come out on backwards compatibility, and I want to have a look at its price. It was a surprise to me the other day when I started to notice that one of my older videos, and I'll put a link into that in the description and in the top, if you look in the top right hand corner, you'll be able to see a little eye. And if you click on that, you'll be able to go to the link. And the video was basically talking about backwards compatibility and can you buy games with prepaid cards. And you should have a look at that if you're interested in doing that, because basically you can't. But the reason this video became a bit active and I had a lot of people coming into the comments was to do with Black Ops 2. People have had trouble paying for it using gift cards because, as I say, for some bizarre reason, Microsoft don't allow the use of gift cards for purchasing backwards compatible games on Xbox One. And I have heard some information suggesting that maybe, just maybe, they might be sorting this out. But it's taken them a long time and, well, I've heard nothing that makes me think that they are actually going to sort it out. So hopefully they will, but we don't know, do we really? You can buy the games on Xbox 360, but that's a real problem for a lot of people because a lot of people don't actually own a 360 anymore. And if you get a prepaid card and you're required to go in and use your 360 to buy whatever it is you're after on backwards compatibility, that's a bit of a problem for you. Not a problem for me with Black Ops 2 because I actually have an original disc of it. And it was bought for me as a Christmas present when it was first released. So, as I say, that's not really a problem for me. But this isn't about me specifically. This is about the issue generally. But when I tell you that I wasn't actually doing YouTube videos when the game was bought for me, you'll get the idea that maybe the game has been around for a while. And unless you've had your head in this sand or been living on the moon for the last few years, you'll realise that the game is rather more than a year old. In fact, it's 5 years old. And it was released on November the 13th, 2012. Yep. So, as I say, 5 years old, came out in 2012. And that brings me to another point that was raised on my earlier video in the comments. And I was quite surprised at this. People were coming on and saying, have you seen the price of the game? Or words to that effect. Microsoft are charging $39.99 for this game on the store. So if you want to buy this game digitally, you're going to have to pay 40 quid. Yep, £40 for a 5-year-old game. Well, I'm not sure about anyone else, but this strikes me as pure greed. A cynical cash-in. Yeah, okay, it's a popular game. And yes, its servers are still pretty active. But come on! You've been doing some great stuff recently, Microsoft. We had Game Pass announced. We had the Digital Foundry Scorpio breakdown, which showed the machine to be over-delivering on the power front. You've started the process of introducing a digital download refund policy, which I thank you for. It's a great idea. And, you know, it's pro-consumer. There are some issues relating to that which go more broadly into the whole issue of digital downloads and the idea of moving to an all-digital future, and I have some problems with that. But if we are going to move to an all-digital future, then having a refund policy is an absolute must. So I'm glad you're moving in that direction. And I actually think that, you know, an all-digital future is inevitable in the long term, whether we like it as customers or not. And I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't at all. But that's getting off the subject a little bit. If you look at this and you look at it in relation to what Microsoft have been doing recently and some of the good stuff they've been doing, you have to wonder, why the hell are they pulling this shit? I like Microsoft. I like Xbox. Xbox is my preferred platform, and I've mentioned this a few times. It's primarily historical, and I haven't got anything against, the PS4. I like my PS4. But my preferred system, because I'm kind of more used to it, and the Xbox was my first system that I bought because I was a PC gamer before that, I have a soft spot for Xbox. But when you pull this shit, it pisses me off. I like Xbox, I like Phil Spencer, I like Larry Herb, I like the things you've been doing, but I'm not a fucking idiot. And I can see this for what it is. And it's a cynical exploitation of your customers. In fact, it's such a transparently cynical cash grab that I'm starting to think you've hired Nintendo's marketing department. Come on, Microsoft. Don't take the piss. I know that Microsoft aren't going to listen to me on this. Do they listen to any of us? They don't listen to the likes of Jim Sterling. Why the hell would they listen to me? But this move is pissing off a lot of people. And that is precisely not what you want to be doing right now. With Game Pass launching soon, probably at E3, maybe earlier, a new console imminent. As I say, I keep saying this, you've done a lot of good things recently. We just need some games now. But pulling this kind of shit will undermine everything you've been doing. So please, sort out the issue of buying backwards compatible games with prepaid cards. And stop taking the piss with the price of this game. Because a small boost in income in the short term isn't going to make up for the bad feeling that this is generating. And frankly, as I say, despite the fact that the Xbox is my preferred platform, this kind of shit pisses me off. And there's a hell of a lot of people out there who haven't got the same sort of good feeling towards Xbox as I have. Do you really want to alienate your customer base at the time when you're about to release a new console? Do you? I would think you wouldn't. But hey, that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is ridiculous? Do you think that Microsoft should be charging less for a 5-year-old game? Or do you think $39.99 is a reasonable price for a 5-year-old game? Come and tell me in the comments. And let me know what you think about the prepaid cards and, why? Why do you think that Microsoft haven't sorted this issue out yet? Why do you think that we can't buy games with prepaid cards that are backwards compatible on the Xbox One store? Why is it that we have to have a 360 in order to do that? Seems crazy to me. Maybe Microsoft will sort it out, but like I say, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be sorted out imminently? Do you think Microsoft might drop the price of this game? I doubt it somehow, but you never know. And we'll have a chat as usual. And in the meantime, I'm going to get myself a cup of tea and I'm going to go and lie down in a dark room. And I mean it this time. I really am going to go and have a lie down because I feel like crap. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.